solemnly swear that I am up to no good. What are 31 colleges of Cambridge? Isn't it just Cambridge University? Well, these are 31 different castles where students live but don't study. Imagine these are the houses of Harry Potter, but instead of 4, we have 31. I asked students from all 31 colleges to show us around their castles. We will visit the library, the formal hall, the student rooms, and all of the other hidden places. Hi, my dear friends from all over the world. Today we are at Lucy Cavendish, and Timo has kindly agreed to show us around the college in terms of the program of 31 colleges tour. So Timo, please tell us, what are the facts about Lucy that we should know before the tour?
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for the lovely introduction. So Lucy is actually one of the newest colleges, and it was built and founded in order to get mainly women to continue in education. And as of now, I think it has one of the largest student bodies, and it's continuously growing as well. And it started admitting men only 3 years back. So this year is the first male undergraduate cohort. Other than that, yeah, it's really cute. It has an amazing community, and you meet people from all over the world that are just so interesting. And I think this is the strongest aspect of Lucy, is the diverse and interesting community. The first thing I noticed is that Lucy is really cute, and it had really great people. I also joined the MCR, so I was a social secretary this year, so I spent a lot of time basically running events, launching the college bar, and really just trying to grow the community, trying to grow and share information and get things going. And in terms of how important is it to pick a college, I would say at the end of the day, it's not too important, but do your research at least a little bit, because it really depends on location, size. You know, some colleges are very crowded places, some are less crowded, some have more nature, some have more sports, so it really depends on what you're looking for. You know, some are well known that they have like amazing food. So if you're really a big foodie person, then maybe you want to go for that. Lucy in particular, I would say, has a very good mix. Like the dining halls are very, the formal dining halls are very cozy, very laid back, unlike some other colleges where people say that, no, this is like, you feel a bit uptight going to it. The library here is very close by. Everything is super green, and you're not directly in the city center. And it's literally maybe like a 7 minute bike ride down. And my department is again another like 7 minute bike ride. So I feel like I'm in this perfect spot between town and nature. And yeah, and it has good facilities and people are friendly. So right now we're basically in front at the entrance to Lucy Cavendish, and here you have the Porter's Lodge. And the porters are on 24/7, any help you need, like really whatever it is, any medical problem, or you get your parcels delivered here, or, maintenance issues, really whatever, you just go to the porters. They're there 24/7. I think this is a very key thing for all colleges. And yeah, the Lucy porters are super nice, and they're cool. So this is the music pavilion. It's a great space. It's very secluded, very quiet. We have grand piano, upright piano, multiple acoustic guitars, electric guitar, bass guitar, bunch of speakers, cables, drum kit. And also when we have like various gigs, or we have like a hip hop night or something like that, then all the stuff we need is basically coming from here. So a lot of money and effort has been put into the pavilion and the resources inside. And this is great. You can basically book it out. for however long you want. It's open 24/7, and even if you don't book it out, you can just walk in and see if it's free. So that's often what I do, and yeah, great study break, and for any musicians, perfect. So this, right now we're in the Paul Paget room, and over there is the Nautilus, and this is sort of like the common space where people can hang, and students, and we have board games, Wii, PlayStation, piano, and yeah, so as part of the MCR, we spent a lot of time trying to get this rebuilt, because there's basically nothing here at all. And so in 9 months, we transformed the space into, quite a fun place to have lots of things. So let's go check out the Nautilus. So this is our college bar. Right now it's closed because there's summer schools going on. We have a full table, sofas. We have basically lights. We have a rowing oar, a nice little office mural. We have speakers up. Again, things are taken down now for summer. But this is where we, every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you have the bar on, and we have some of the cheapest pints, I think, for £3.50. So really recommend that. Yeah, big selection of drinks. Cool place to hang out.
More question about the student accommodation. How is Lucy dealing with the accommodation? Are most of the students living on site, or what about postgrad accommodation? And are you enjoying your accommodation?
Yeah, that's a great question. In terms of undergraduates, most live on site. So a lot of the buildings that you'll probably see during this video hold undergraduates. Postgraduates, however, do not live as close. But when I say they don't live as close, I live literally 3-minute walk away, and then there's another large accommodation that is a 5-minute walk away. This is a huge plus because many colleges, even like the big fancy ones, although they have postgraduate students, the postgraduate students actually live completely somewhere else and oftentimes don't interact with their college as much, just because proximity wise they're not as close. But this is a big advantage. I see and meet so many postgraduates directly at Lucy because we all live so close. My accommodation is in Mount Pleasant, so that is actually an accommodation block owned by St. Edmund's College. Lucy will no longer have that for next year. So then there is Castle Street as well, there's Wolfson Court, and I don't exactly know what the situation will be like next year, but in terms of accommodation, Lucy's postgrad accommodation is slightly on the more expensive side. So that is a bit of a downside. It is close to the college, but on the more expensive side. This is because Lucy is not the richest, so they don't have as much subsidies for accommodation. So right now we're in the Lucy Cafe. This is honestly probably one of my favorite spaces. It's really cozy, but modern as well. So people go here to study, have like group chats or hop on Teams meeting, or literally just grab a bite or a coffee. There's lots of different coffee options, lots of like biscuits and scones, cookies, and fruit and sandwiches, and I don't even know what. So it's very like nice and airy looking, and so this is a pretty cool lounge area. And yeah, it's quite perfect because oftentimes the library's right there, the dining hall's right there, so you can come here, chat for a bit, have a little study break, and yeah. And so these are our rowing oars, and also because I was rowing this year, and we ended up getting blades. So one day I'm gonna have one of these with my name on it. So watch out. The story behind these blades that you see, and so every college is gonna have these up in some common areas, is that at the end of the year there are so-called bumps competitions, and it's 4 days of racing. And if every day you manage to bump the boat ahead of you, I mean, it's a bit like a complicated race, but whatever. Basically, if you do really well each day, then your college gets to have a blade, and everyone's names are written down of that year, and it's just like a nice little fun Cambridge tradition. So
will you have yours?
Yeah, so this year I was also on the rowing team, and we bladed, so hopefully in a year's time I'm gonna have one of these with my name up.
Can you have one at home?
You can have one at home, so the college will always get one. You can order one for yourself, but you have to pay for it. It costs like £400, so if you want to pay for it, yeah. And the whole building where the cafe actually is the new building. It was built very recently, I think like 3 years ago, and it won some awards for something. It's essentially very modern and built in a sustainable way. I don't really know. I wouldn't be able to give details on it. But yeah, so the cafe's right there, and then you come here, library's right here. This is where I've spent the majority of my time. I've called probably at least 4 all-nighters in here. Yeah, it's basically here all the time. And it's really good. On average, it's bigger than your average college library. But I do say that when it was the middle of the term and it was really crunch time, sometimes I couldn't even get a spot. So if you come like past like 9 a.m., like forget getting a spot, you have to really come early. So that is one downside to it.
So we are in the formal hall here, and please tell us, are the gowns required during the formal dinners? Because I think this is basically the place where you can eat regularly and then have your formal dinners, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how much are the formal dinners? Is it difficult to book them? And any thing that you consider to be important?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great questions. Yes, during a formal dinner, you have to wear gowns, but only the students do. So your guests don't, but they should wear something formal. This is also a place where you have regular meals. So lunch is dinners, but Thursday, Fridays, you have formal dinner. Saturday you have brunch. Sundays, you have a roast lunch. So it costs about 15, 16 pounds for a student, and then like 20 pounds or so for your guests. I really like that Lucy has quite a good variety of mains, sides. They have desserts, they have various selection of drinks, they have a big salad option. So I think there's quite a big variety. I would say it's slightly on the more expensive side, but the food is on average quite good, I would say. And is there any other question that you asked? So yeah, that's about it.
Mischief managed. Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the tour. Watch other 30 colleges tour on my channel. And in the end, you will have a bonus tour around a hidden college of Cambridge.